to me.
Information, news, and entertainment on demand.
WSRadio.com.
Welcome to the Mary Goulet Show, cultivating a rich interior. Now, here's Mary.
Welcome back to the program, and welcome Joseph Warren, my guest from Broken Catholic. So, Joseph, we were just talking in the last segment about how God only creates good, so he's light, and whatever does not have God is basically dark. It's the darkness. And
that's right.
We can have that within ourselves 5 times a day. We forget God, or more.
I would add to that, Mary.
Okay.
I'm not sure if it's so much forgetting God, because we're human, right? We're flesh, so we're not always present at every moment looking up, right? We're looking horizontal instead of vertical most of the times in our life. We're looking to people and the world around us, and we forget, about God. I think it's when evil exists within us is when our heart is in rebellion to God. And that is when we use our free will to choose to break one of his commandments. Right? And that's rebellion. That's sin. And right there we have pushed God out of our heart. And it's temporary. We can ask him back into our heart at any time by asking him for forgiveness and looking up and saying, Father, I messed up again. I'm human. I'm broken. I'm a broken Catholic. I'm a broken Christian. I'm a broken Baptist. I'm a broken Protestant. Right? I need your help. Lord, save me.
And again, go ahead. Well, I was going to say, it happens so subtly. Like we gossip or we judge someone, and even if we don't speak it out loud, we're still doing those things. And I read somewhere that gossip is a very bad sin. It's... Anyway, so with that said, how did you go from realizing that this is something that you wanted to do to actually starting the podcast? Because when I met you at the New Media Summit, we had the roundtable breakouts, and your table sat there the longest, and there were tears in the eyes of
Mary, I made 5 people cry at my table.
It was crazy.
What kind of person am I? I don't even know.
But it was, you know what? They were cleansing tears. It was something there was something they were holding onto, that you have the gift to be able to see it and nudge the questions toward them and get the reaction. You probably surprised them.
Oh, I completely surprised them. I definitely surprised the first girl, because she was just sharing some basic stuff, and I was like, well, go deeper than that. What's behind that? And she was like, oh, this. And I'm like, what's behind that? And she kept putting up, walls. And I was like, just get right to it. And then out of nowhere, it had nothing to do with the conversation or the question for the table topic. She just blurts out, well, I guess it's because my father abandoned me when I was a little girl, and I've been hiding behind that, and I don't feel loved.
Wow.
And we were just like, whoa.
You're like,
where did that come from? And I immediately caught myself, Mary, because I forgot to ask permission to coach her. And I have learned that lesson so many times in my life, that unsolicited coaching nobody likes, nobody wants. So immediately for the next person at the table, I said, do I have your permission to coach you in this area, in an area that you want to have a breakthrough in? And they said, yes, I have permission. Well, once they say yes, then it's game on. And God has given me the talent that I used to use for bad that I now use for good. And others have described it as, Joseph, you're a sniper. You know how to go in and in 10 seconds literally look for the targets in people. And in the past, I used to use it because I was so insecure. I used to use it for bad, so I would diminish people.
Yeah.
I would shoot them down, cut them down, especially in my relationships, my dating relationships. When girls got too close or they said, I love you, I would sniper them or snipe them and cut them off in my life so that they couldn't get too close to my heart, because I was broken and I was a mess, and I didn't want them to see who I really was because I hadn't healed my childhood trauma yet.
Right.
So that opens up, and I have so many different stories. Ask me anything. I'm an open book now. But I think that's so important. And those people at the table, they're my heroes because they gave me permission to coach them, and they were coachable. And it only took 2 to 3 questions for each person for the geyser of pain and hurt and wounds that we all keep right below the surface of our skin, and we drag it, these heavy weights and burdens through our life, and it blocks God's love. And God's trying to get through constantly. He's constantly speaking to our hearts, to your hearts, to my heart. And he can't get through because there's all this hurt and wounds and pain. And he just wants access to your heart. And somehow he gave me the gift to just tap the geyser, and it's like an oil well. Just, spews up, and people right there, then my job is to point them to God to heal them. I don't do anything. I just ask the probing questions, tap the geyser, everything floods out, and then I'm like, your Heavenly Father wants to heal you. Here's how you spend time with him in quiet, an hour a day, every day, so that he can fill those wounds and replace all that hurt.
Yeah, it's very powerful. And you remember at the Mastermind at the New Media Summit, you were sitting right next to me. Everybody stood up, and I don't even remember what the question was, but I had written down on my notepad a few things I wanted to talk about. And the minute I stood up, something tapped my geyser because I blurted out, I've been hiding and I don't want to hide anymore. Do you remember that?
I do remember that. Yeah, it was, it occurred as very random, where did that come from? And I think, again, and thank you for sharing this. This is your awesome transparency, Mary, with your audience, is saying, listen, we're all broken. We're all hiding something. And God wants to free us from it. We serve the God of freedom, not the God of chains and bondage. That's the enemy.
Right.
He wants to keep us locked into the hurts and the wounds and the unforgiveness so that we cannot hear God's voice. We cannot access God's love. So I think that was awesome that you did that. So what showed up for you in that moment when you stood up and you said, I'm tired of hiding?
Yeah. So I know with my Catholicism is cool, I'm putting myself out there to be persecuted or attacked or judged or criticized. And I was hiding from that possibility, plus also the good stuff that would come out of it and the people that I've met and will meet. So I came home and immediately started booking people on my show. I've committed to 2 hours every Thursday to fill segments with guests, and some of it's going to be Cultivate a Rich Interior, some of it's going to be Catholicism is cool, and then some segments will be being an entrepreneur. But I'm just laying it all out there, and you and I are exploring the possibility of doing a show together. You helping me host Catholicism is cool, and we joke because my name's Mary Goulet and you're Joseph Warren, so it's Catholicism is cool with Mary and Joseph, and it's kind of fun. So I just thought I'd go bold, because hiding became more painful than stepping out for God.
I think you're spot on, Mary. It's freedom is in the light. It's not in the darkness. And when we hide and we play small, we're in the darkness. We may be looking towards the light, so maybe we're not as scared because we see some light, but we're still in the darkness. And what you did in front of an entire room full, and let me just say this for your audience so they really get how courageous the action that you took was. We were in an entire room full of successful podcasters, 40 of them, with millions of listeners in their audiences. One of them, actually, Michael Woodward, his podcast just got rated #1 business podcast on all of iTunes.
Oh, we're running out of time, Joseph. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, that's fine.
Okay, so you're going to come back. We're going to do a show together.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, terrific. Thank you, Joseph Warren, Broken Catholic. Go check him out. He's an awesome podcaster. Find him on iTunes and his website, brokencatholic.com. We'll be right back on The Mary Goulet Show.
I've been bragging about Progressive Medical Center to you guys for years, and I'm so excited to have Dr. Agoli with us because, Dr. Agoli, a lot of people walk through your doors, and some of their biggest problems are they're just fatigued, they're tired all the time, and even though they're dieting and exercising, they cannot get the weight off. Why is that?
It's a combination of poor metabolism, inappropriate eating, but more importantly, it's due to a lack of education and really doing the right testing. A lot of our patients are metabolically compromised. What does that mean? Their metabolism is not functioning. The metabolism is responsible for all physical and chemical processes necessary to sustain life, and that includes energy. And without cellular energy, your body is not going to be a burning machine. Let's get back and teach our listeners to be a fat-burning machine.
It's been a lot easier to maintain my weight since Progressive Medical Center started treating me with all-natural supplements, learning proper nutrition, and that can be you today. No more frustrations about being tired or overweight. So why don't you get a hold of Progressive Medical Center today through ProgressiveMedicalCenter.com.
This is your life. Live it well.
Has your business been appified? Are you tired of doing marketing that doesn't deliver results? Mobile apps build loyalty and quality retention. Your app from UPG Mobile puts your business on their mind and at their fingertips. UPG Mobile will give you a custom app highlighting how you are unique, targeting your message, and improving your open rates. Appify your business and amplify your presence with your customers at upgmobilemarketinggroup.com.
As a direct sales leader, you know you need a wide range of skills. You also need to pass those skills along to your team because growing other leaders is the key to growing your organization and your income. Team Connections will provide you with the leadership training you need to make it happen by joining our first Friday call each month. But you don't have to take our word for it. You can try First Friday absolutely free by joining us for a special free preview call on August 24th. For more information, visit Team Connections on Facebook or visit our website at www.teamconnections.org First Friday.
No family can survive on 2 incomes anymore, let alone 1. If you are supplementing your family's income working from home, then tune into The Cash Flow Show, Direct Sales Radio. The Cash Flow Show, every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 5 p.m. Pacific Time.
This is Bill Gruber with BizVid Communications, a Southern California video production leader. We've been honored to sponsor, produce, write, and host many of the fine programs on WS Radio over the years, so we understand how important the internet and your website exposure are. As video producers, we know the tricks and secrets to incorporate video to increase your search engine optimization and business success. Visit bizvidcommunications.com to see what we can do for you. BIZVID communications.com.